Hey guys, good day, and you're welcome to the Ladies by emoTV.
And I'm Hannah Banging.
And I'm Favor.
So you would all agree with me that the rate at which rape reports are coming up today is becoming really alarming.
Like it's a sad time for we ladies right now.
Yeah, I know.
So we were opportune to talk to two ladies that were willing to share their story with us on emoTV, but they asked to keep them anonymous for privacy, right?
Yes.
So after this short break where you'll be saying the
stories of the victim.
Yes, we'll be giving you safety tips and precautions,
yes.
Maybe possible causes and
psychological effects of rape.
So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
My walls began to crumble the day I was raped by my neighbor, Uncle Sugar. Uncle Sugar was the only bachelor in my compound. He used to play with me and he used to send me an errand. But this Sunday, when I was 16 years old, my parent was not around and he begged me to help me to buy noodles. I bought it and he begged me to help me to cook it. When I was cooking the indomie, he was disturbing me, hugging me, and I was angry. And he begged me that he was sorry that he won't disturb me again. But then, after I finished cooking, I was about to go back to my flat. I realized that his door was locked, and when I was about to shout, he rushed to me, covered my mouth, and pushed me down. So I was raped and he disvirgined me. When my parents came back, I couldn't tell them because I was scared. So after that, some weeks later, I realized I was pregnant and I had infection and I lost the pregnancy. My parents arrested him, but still today I can't remove trauma from my head because the trauma still hurts me.
I'm an undergraduate, and on this fateful day, when I was coming back from school at night, two boys stopped me and dragged me into the bush. One of them hit me on my neck. I fell on the ground, trying to scream for help, but no one could hear me because it was in the night. I was unconscious when I woke up at the bush path. At about 12 a.m. in the middle of the night, I screamed for help. No one could hear me, so I struggled home. After that incident, I've not been myself. Every day of my life, I cry whenever I remember. I've always find it hard to live, and I've not been myself because I've not been able to think straight since after the incident.
So welcome back. That was a very sad and heartbreaking story. We just hope things get better. So as we promised earlier, we're going to be we're going to be giving you some safety tips
and some psychological effects.
Yeah. So firstly, on the psychological effects that rape could have on its victim, people say it causes depression. Like most of the stories we heard from the victims, they said some of them went through depression. I mean, after they raped or after they were assaulted by men, they went through depression. Some of them began to feel less of themselves because sex is supposed to be something that you do with somebody you love or somebody you agree to do it with. So when you take it by force from a lady, you begin to see her as less of a person, right?
Yes, and secondly, these victims are prone to have suicidal thoughts because they go through traumatic stress, and these people are prone to have suicidal thoughts or suicidal attempts. So it's up to the family of the victim to be vigilant of the actions of the victim. They should not let them be in a lonely place. They should always be there, and they should be watching them like almost 24/7 because these people can do funny things. So,
and some of them go through post-traumatic stress disorder as PSTD, yes, whereby events begin to continue to play in their head, they begin to have flashbacks, memories of those things that happened to them. They begin to feel bad. Some of them have nightmares or dreams of those things that happened. So it begins to affect them and they begin to feel very bad. Some of them begin to dissociate from social gatherings and all that. So, like, can you imagine?
Yeah, I get it. Now on safety precautions. In the face of such dangers, we ladies should try as much as possible to get our hands on any possible objects. It could be our purse, our comb, our keys, anything, just to startle the attackers or to defend ourselves at that moment. You could either threaten to use such objects on the attackers just to keep them away from you for the meantime, so you can try to get help or something. Now on safety precautions. In the face of such dangers, we ladies should try as much as possible to get our hands on any possible objects. It could be our purse, our comb, our keys, anything, just to startle the attackers or to defend ourselves at that moment. You could either threaten to use such objects on the attackers just to keep them away from you for the meantime, so you can try to get help or something.
Don't also forget to run if you have the opportunity to run, and start shouting to gain attention from people so that they could come to your rescue to help you from the attackers.
Then at such moment, you should try as much as possible to use your mind. You think properly, think of every possible situation that can help you out of that kind of danger.
Do not walk alone. If you must go out at night, make sure you're in groups or you're walking at very illuminated places. Thank you.
So that's it to the ladies on emoTV today. So you can follow our official page at officialemotv.com or visit our website on www.remotv.com.ng.
Feel free to drop your comment on the comment section.
In general, sexual assault is a term that describes a range of actions, like one person touching another on their private body parts, or trying to have sex with them, or asking to be touched on their own private body parts. These actions can take place between people who give permission, but it becomes sexual assault when one side doesn't want it to happen, if they're unable to give permission because they might be asleep or unconscious, if the other person threatens to be violent if they don't give permission, and especially if the person being assaulted is a child. Rape is one specific kind of sexual assault. It means that one person has had sex with another, including oral sex, or inserted any other object into that person's private parts without permission. Laws on sexual harassment are generally applied to the workplace, and they try to stop any bullying there linked to sex. For example, if a boss pressures a worker to do something sexual together in order to keep the worker's job or to get a promotion, that's illegal.